Okay, so let us proceed to our next problem. But to spoil just just to give you an idea or just to spoil you about the current forces that we have. Yes, they are all inclined forces, but the description of the angular distance. So that's what I know the description of the distance given now for each inclined force. So they are all expressed in terms of slope. Okay, and since the direction, okay, of the inclined force are all expressed in terms of slope. So ito yung concept na gagamitin natin. Okay? Ito yung concept na gagamitin natin. Okay, ratio in proportion or similar triangle. Take note yan yung concept na gagamitin natin to solve successfully our current problem. Okay, basahin ko na muna. In a coplanar non-concurrent force system shown in the figure, determine the resultant force of the four forces whose direction are measured in terms of slope. Find as well the angular direction of the resultant force. Okay? So we have four inclined forces, 100, 450, 200, and then 500. So ganun pa rin yung gagamitin natin for you to be able to perfect the principle. So what we need to do is to focus on each inclined force, tapos split natin sila into their respective x and then y component. So siguro gawin natin, magsimula tayo sa first quadrant, tapos next second quadrant, third, tapos last na natin yung nasa fourth quadrant. So unahin natin yung pag-split doon sa inclined force natin na nasa first quadrant. So take note that the magnitude is 100 and then yung slope niya 5 vertical to 8 horizontal. Okay, so let us name the x component as 100 subscript x and then the y component as 100 subscript y. Now, yung gawin na muna natin, katulad ng palagi nating ginagawa, kailangan muna tayong maka-encounter ng triangle. But this time, dalawang triangles dapat yung mabuo natin. Kasi nga, similar triangle yung ating gagamiting concept. So as usual, we need to use offset method. The y component must be offset on the right side. So kung napansin nyo, dalawang triangle agad yung nabuo natin. Okay, so nasaan yung pangalawang triangle? Yung triangle na nabuo gamit yung slope. Kasi meron tayong smaller triangle, yung vertical side 5, yung horizontal side ay 8, yung hypotenuse side ay yung D, yung hypotenuse side. Okay, tapos doon sa mas malaking triangle, yung vertical side ay Y component, yung X naman ay yung horizontal side naman yung X ng 100. Okay, so therefore, by using ratio in proportion, we will be having this. Okay, so hypotenuse side of the mas malaki over hypotenuse side of the smaller triangle equals yung horizontal side ng mas malaki over yung horizontal side ng mas maliit equals yung vertical side ng mas malaki over yung vertical side ng mas maliit. Okay, so if you notice, wala pa tayong D. Pero definitely dahil yung D ay yung hypotenuse side ng ating slope. So Pythagorean theorem lang. So by using Pythagorean theorem, so the hypotenuse side which is D square is equivalent to the horizontal which is 8 square plus the vertical side which is 5 square. So by multiplying both sides of the equation by the radical sign, so we will be having the value of D and that is equivalent to square root of 89. So i-substitute natin dito. Tapos, subukan natin kunin yung x component ng 100. So, definitely, yung part ng equation na pagfufukusan natin, yung leftmost side at saka yung middle portion. Tapos, apply tayo ng cross multiplication. So, once we apply cross multiplication, this is the resulting formula that we need to compute the x component. So, by simply using our calculator, that is equivalent to 84.80 Newton. Now, to compute naman the y component, so what we need to do is to focus naman, ganun pa rin, leftmost side but this time rightmost side kasi doon involving y component. Tapos, apply tayo ng cross multiplication. So, tatanggalin natin yung nasa middle portion, no? Tapos, apply tayo ng cross multiplication. So, once we apply cross multiplication, that is going to be this. And then just use our calculator. That is equivalent to 53.00 Newton. Okay, so we already successfully computed the x and then the y components, the x and then the y component rather of 100. So let us proceed to 450 Newton. So split natin yan into its x and then y component, and then take note that the slope is 2 vertical to 2 horizontal. So isolate natin yan, magiging ganito. And then let us apply offset. Yung y component ng 450, transfer natin dito sa left side niya para makabuo tayo ng dalawang triangle. So yung mas malaking triangle is in terms of force, yung mas maliit na triangle is in terms of slope. So by using ratio in proportion, so hypotenuse side of the bigger triangle over the hypotenuse side of the smaller, which is D, and then equals the horizontal side of the bigger triangle over the horizontal side of the smaller, which is 2, and then equals the vertical side of the bigger, which is the y component, and then over the vertical side of the smaller triangle, which is 2. Again, the value of D is still unknown, but we can compute it using Pythagorean theorem kasi manggagaling sa doon sa smaller triangle by simply using Pythagorean theorem. Okay, so therefore by using our calculator, so that is definitely equivalent to 2 square root of 2. So do not forget to put radical sign dito sa right side para ma-cancel out yung square ng D natin. Tapos substitute na natin siya dito sa general equation natin. And then again, para makuha yung x component, so yung leftmost side at saka yung gitna, tapos apply cross multiplication, we will be having this. And then use our calculator to have the value, so that is equivalent to 318.20. And then for us to have the value of the y component, so yung leftmost at saka yung rightmost, tapos apply cross multiplication, so the value is still the same. Okay, so next, let us compute naman the what they call this one, the inclined force found on the third quadrant. So the magnitude is given 200, tapos yung slope niya is 3 vertical to 4 horizontal. So isolate natin siya. So magiging ganito. Tapos let us apply offset method. So yung vertical ulit, i-offset natin dito sa kaliwa for us to have two triangles. So the triangle again created by the force, and then the triangle created by the slope. So again, by using ratio in proportion, so the hypotenuse side of the triangle created by the force, which is 200, over the hypotenuse side of the slope. And the next is this 200x. Okay, the x component of the bigger triangle over the horizontal component of the slope, which is 4, equals the vertical component of the bigger triangle, which is the y component of the force, over the vertical component of the slope, which is 3. Okay, and then kunin uli natin yung D, yung hypotenuse side nung mas maliit na triangle using Pythagorean theorem. And then use our calculator, the value is 5. And then substitute natin dito. Tapos para makuha natin yung x component, leftmost at saka yung gitna, apply cross multiplication. So that is equivalent to 160. And then para makuha natin yung y component, so yung rightmost tapos yung leftmost, and then apply cross multiplication, we will be having this. So the value is equivalent to 120. Lastly is the inclined force on the fourth quadrant. So take note, the magnitude is 500, and then the direction in terms of slope is 3 vertical to 7 horizontal. Okay, so i-isolate natin yan. Okay, tapos let us name the x component as 500x, tapos yung y component 500y. Tapos offset uli natin yung vertical component, transfer natin dito sa right side. So again, magkakaroon tayo ng dalawang triangle. Bigger triangle created by the force, and then smaller triangle due to the slope. And then again, by ratio in proportion, we will be having this. Now, D is again computed using Pythagorean theorem. So that is equivalent to square root of 58. Tapos substitute natin. And then para makuha natin yung x component, leftmost tapos yung gitna, and then apply cross multiplication. The value is again equivalent to this. And then para makuha natin yung y component, yung rightmost side at saka yung leftmost side, tapos apply cross multiplication, magiging ganito. So that is equivalent to 196.96 Newton. Okay, so the only remaining step is the formula in computing the resultant force. Kasi just to give you an update, now we have computed already the X and then the Y components of the 4 inclined forces. So dahil na kuha na natin silang lahat, so the next step is by using the equation in computing the resultant force. Tapos proceed tayo sa pagkuha agad ng R sub X. So remember that R sub X is achieved, no, or computed using the vector summation of all the forces acting in the horizontal direction. So we have four horizontal forces. First is this acting rightward, so that is positive, so positive 100 subscript X. The second is the X component of 450, so that is acting leftward, so negative 450 subscript X. Next is the X component of 200, also acting leftward, so that is negative 200 subscript X. And the next is the X component of 500, which is acting rightward, so that is positive. So in short, we will be having this positive, negative, negative, and then positive. And then take note that the magnitude of the four horizontal components of their respective inclined forces ay nakuha na natin. So basically, it is just a direct substitution procedure. So substitute the values of the four horizontal components, tapos simplify. The value of the X component of the resultant is equivalent to positive 66.17. Now next is let us proceed naman in computing RY. So magfo-focus naman tayo ngayon sa mga vertical components ng bawat inclined force. So una, yung Y component ng 100, so that is upward, so positive. Next is yung force na nasa second quadrant, so upward din, so that is also positive, so positive 450 subscript Y. Next is the Y component of the inclined force 200, which is downward, so that is negative 200 subscript Y. And then lastly is the inclined force found on the fourth quadrant, that is 500Y, so acting downward, so negative. So that is going to be positive, positive, negative, negative. And then since nakuha na rin natin yung mga values nila, so it is just, a direct substitution procedure. So substitute, so we will finally have the value of the Y component of the resultant, which is positive 54.84. Now substitute natin dito. Substitute din natin dito. So the value of the resultant is equivalent to 55.56. Again, do not forget to include a radical sign kasi naka-square yung left side. Okay, so yung natitira na lang dito is the angular direction. Okay, so i-graph uli natin yung X at saka yung Y, pareha silang positive. So ibig sabihin, ito ay acting rightward samantalang ito ay acting upward. Ibig sabihin, yung direction ng resultant force natin ay northeast. And then let us say that the angular direction that we want to compute is measured from the horizontal. Kasi hindi naman in-specify ng problem natin in the first place kung saan dapat eksakto manggaling yung angular distance. Saan eksakto susukatin, kung sa horizontal ba or sa vertical. So dahil ganon, always automatic to always measure it from the horizontal. Okay, apply offset method, transfer natin yung Y component, tapos by using tangent function again, opposite over adjacent, substitute the value of Ry and then Rx. So take note kapag in terms of angular distance, dapat absolute value yung Ry at saka yung Rx. So that is equivalent to 39.34 degrees. Okay?